Hey people, interested here, 3v3 faction war. This is Typhon Arena and Space Marines versus Orks game 2. Blue Orky team, we have Forestradio now, switching to a mech boy. Teleporting Commando that fights range combat, really good damage output, can also support with structures, disrupt and repair. Alongside we have Yarrick as another mech boy and Pibb rounding off this Orky team as a Commando knob, infiltrating Commando that shoots you, stabs you and blows you up. Orky style begins range combat with a twin link shooter. This is the Death's Goals elite scheme. The other two players, no, we have blood axes for Yarrick, Forestradio, I'm not sure. Red Space Marine team, no changes. We have Zato as a Techmarine, starts off range combat, does some good damage, can also support with structures and repair. Alongside Cadaras, also known as a Sinski, as a Force Commander, very good offense, fights in melee combat, can also tank, disrupt and support with buffs. With the Imperial Fists elite scheme, and rounding off the red team is Noisy as his Blood Angels Apothecary support commander that fights in melee combat, but the ball begins with a target heal and a passive health regeneration aura. Kicking off bottom, this map was an Orky choice. I don't think they were too bothered, they just wanted a map that wasn't like Refinery or Meridian or something where Space Marines can become so powerful all congregated in one area. 500, 487 early on with a 2-to-1 for the Orks. Shotgun blast on those sluggers. Oops. Yarrick has retreated his entire army by accident. And that's left Pibb in the lurch here. Can he get his sluggers away? Should be able to. Apothecary taking a model. Force Commander might take another model. No, battle cry still active, so he's going to miss. So they do get away. That was pretty unfortunate for the Orky team. But they can push back. Might see red team go straight for the power node. Nope. Scouts on capping duty bottom. Imperial Fists and Blood Angels bottom. We have a recolored Dark Angels DLC for Zato. Looking pretty cool. 499, 470. Lots of damage to the sluggers there. Ouch. Get away with only 2 losses though. And retreat back. Forestradio top. And Zato might get double sniper scouts again. So I think Forestradio should get Pain Boy and Storm Boys. We'll see. He's got the Pain Boy on the way. Triple shooters for Pibb. Lots and lots of ducker. So, no, we see double Devastators bottom. I thought for sure we'd see Assault Marines. Got double Devastators. They're looking for control down here. 475, 470. 2-to-1 cap now for the Space Marine players. And here comes Yarrick with default mech boy and Pibb's triple shooters. Where's his other shooter squad? Oh, it's back at base. Well, back near base. War banner goes up. Decent place to put it by Yarrick. They need to use those bottom. They need to use those. Zato able to push across the top against Forest and cap it all up. Probably Scouts will take the wreck point. And Scouts will also take the VP. We have Flame attacks the Marines. Here's the Pain Boy though, supporting the sluggers. And full retreat out from Zato. So Mech Boy might be able to teleport across, take this VP. Sluggers can take this and he's going to be back in a good position at top. Forestradio all of a sudden. Mech Boy teleporting in to tie up the Devastators. They need a way to deal with the other Devastators though. Storm Boys surely. Double Devastators here, you've got to get Storm Boys up. 409, 470. I suppose you could just stun bomb it. Where is the Commando? Here he comes with Assassin's Knife. Going to try and flank around. What he should have backed away as soon as he saw the Devastators. Actually gets caught by a lot of rangefinders forced off. Yarrick now still in play with double shooters. And he has big shooters on one of them. And teleports in to tie up the Devastators again. And look at this from the Commando trying to take out Tactical Marines. Took out one of them with Assassinate, I believe. He's not retreating him here, Noisy. Takes another Tactical Marine, now going after the Devastators. Oh, look at this. Noisy with Purification Vials. Just threw some up there. I think Yarrick dodged them. Surely that's a dead Devastator. Surely Yarrick will chase with range fire and should be able to finish it off. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Down it goes. Devastator down. That's good for the Orky team. Another War Banner there. But now they're bashing power Space Marines, able to stay in the fight. Uh-oh, Assault Marines from Zato on the shooters of Forestradio. Does he get Storm Boys? It's a big decision. Because it's more bleed, it's more pop. And Techmarine does have Master Guard Bolter, could also get Bionics. And the double scouts are unupgraded, so could both get shotguns. So Storm Boys might be more trouble than it's worth. We'll see. Forestradio might be this week trying to go tier 2 hit. Maybe get a truck up to support his sluggers and stuff. Devastator's down. Took out both Devastators, the Orks. Doing well bottom. 387, 420. Space Marines still hold it though. And that's a dead Force Commander too. Good engagement for the Orks. Bad engagement for Osinski. Now they need to bash power now. Need to go after the power. Oh, Noisy's already here defending it. Gonna take this wreck point, I think. Or at least try and decap it at least. And they are making a move for the power. Shotgun scouts and purification vials though. Need to be very careful. 368, 420. Sometimes you just don't see those grenade throws. And purification vials is deadly if you don't see it. Much like the light grenades of the Plague Champion. I think they're just better, the vials. They have a really short cooldown and low energy cost, I believe. Since the Apothecary is so energy intensive. And here's the throw. And have they seen it? Bang. And a shotgun blast back into the vials. That is nasty. Pibb needs to retreat away here. Going to lose his entire squad. Does get away with the knob leader. The damage, the value of those vials. Level 2 Apothecary now. 343, 420. Vials are only 20 power as well, I believe. I think, in a way. Grenade on retreat path from the scouts. Pretty well placed, but didn't get a model there. Unlucky for Osinski. Kommando now has some stick bombs and his knife. 343, 418. No sign of the shotgun in either game. The special shooter, as it's called. And I think Forest is going to go after power here. He's got his mech boy top to keep scouts at bay. Yep, he's going straight for the power. Pain boy backing away to cover this approach maybe. And it's just shoot the DPS to shoot down the gens. Meanwhile, Space Marines able to push again. They're back on the field quickly, aren't they? They've had a couple of bad engagements, losing both Devastators, losing models, losing their commander. But they seem to be able to keep this pressure up really well, bottom. Was not expecting this. 331, 418. Still a 2-1 for the Space Marines. They've held bottom for the majority of the game, I think. That mistaken retreat from Yarrick really put them on the back foot early on. They might have handily won the first engagement if he didn't do that. There's the vials. That is pain. So much pain. Look at that. Wow. Lots and lots of bleed. Assault Marines in there, of course, who will take damage from the vials, but I believe the vials do flame damage, which heavy infantry has resistance against, right? Storm Boys wiped. That's bad. Those were Pibbs. Here's me saying get Storm Boys. They actually took out the Devastators without Storm Boys. Death Dread up for Yarrick. Special attack, sending these scouts flying. How do you survive that? 298, 418. Mech Boy on capping duty. Techmarine levels to 2. We'd be on the way for Forest. Dreadnought on the way for Osinski, and that is a massive impact purchase there. You'll be easily able to take down the Death Dread since it does more damage and has more health. There's a Melter Bomb also to help out, and of course Tactical Marines. This is the power of the Tactical Marines. So easily transition into anti-vehicle. And it's the Death Dread because of that. What other faction could have done that so quickly? I mean, I think it's 40 power to get a missile launcher, which is really expensive, but you can see why it is so expensive, because that is such a powerful thing to be able to do. Here comes the Dreadnought. Bad news for the Orks. They need anti-vehicle big time. Mech Boy needs to get his BB Death Gun maybe. Some tank busters too. Kommando does get away. But it's not looking good for the Orks bottom. Forestradio needs to cap up stuff as well. Has that Weird Boy. It's Warpath up. Sluggers have their knob leader, don't have their burners though. 236, 418. There's the high-powered shot suppressing the Sluggers, no doubt targeting the knob leader there. And a merciless strike for their troubles, and then a full retreat out. So Forestradio can cap up the top, which will ease the pressure on the bottom. Plasma cannon up, and that is a very spiteful place to put it. Very, very spiteful. Dreadnought burning down gens with its wrist-mounted flamer. Starts off as a full melee walker for the Space Marines, and they need to respond to it. You have double stick bombs from Yarrick, which could do a lot of good, giving stuff and stunning that Dreadnought. But here comes a Dreadnought running riot in the Ork lines, and they don't really have anything to deal with it here. Tank busters on the way for Pibb. Yarrick getting the beamy death gun. Ouch. Was that looters? Wiped? Not sure. No, just a model, I think. 193, 419. Nobody has looters. Just a shooter model, I think. Beamy death gun now getting shots in. Stun bombs. Unable to stun, but look at the damage that Beamy is doing from the mech boy. That is fierce. That is so fierce. Let's see how much damage it does. From 351. Boom. Over 150 damage per shot. 177. 418. And Sluggers forced off. It's like 200 damage or something from that beamy death gun. When you have tank busters as well giving their DPS, that's pain. Stick bombs trying to get that plasma cannon out of there. They disrupt it, but didn't actually do a lot of damage there. But here comes the Commando to tie it up. Gonna use Assassinate immediately. There it is. Boom. Wow, Assassinate costs a lot of energy, doesn't it? 154, 418. They were still able to get a plasma cannon shot there off somehow. Default Sluggers forcing off Assault Marines. Some more Sluggers, I think, going down there. I think those are Pibb's Sluggers. Tank busters tied up by scouts, and still Space Marines hold the bottom. Kommando went down. Apothecary now with anointed power axe, combat stims, and purification vials. This is a big, angry Apothecary. He is full aggro here. 124, 418. Smack. Draining energy, of course, with those anointed power axe hits. 115, 418. Triple cap for the Space Marines. Not looking good, is it? For the Orks, they have a natural wreck, 2 natural powers, and a contested wreck, and that is it. Triple cap. This could be the end of game 2. Purification vials just for good measure there. Apothecary level 5. He's done so well with those vials. They are painful. Still the triple cap, and I don't think Orks are going to be able to get back into this. Don't think they've done anything terribly bad. I mean, when they took out both of those Devastators, I thought they were going to go on to really pressure the bottom, but the Space Marines have stayed so strong. 50, 418. He just got hit by vials really badly a few times, which bled them so much. Couldn't get the tier 2 stuff that they wanted in good time. I mean, if they got double Death Dreads out early, that would have been pretty nasty for those tactical Marines to deal with. Dreadnought now for Zato at the top. Has some Stone Guard veterans as well. Osinski going tier 3. There's a little tiny army here, doing so well with it though. Orks have been pretty disjointed at the bottom. Unable to push. The double stick bombers hasn't paid off. We might see some value now though. 19, 418. Can the Orks come back into this game? Shooters desperately trying to cap, but his Space Marines back out on the field, back out in your face. That should wipe out the plasma there, surely. Very unlucky not to finish them off. That's the unpredictability of stick bombs for you. You never know where they're going to land. There's some stun bombs. You can tell they're stun bombs because they fly through the air more slow than the stick bombs. GG, and there is the game for Space Marines. They take the second game, and now it's 2-0. And they've looked very strong in both of the games. I mean, those vials did so much work. He got level 6 as Apothecary. Before it's gone to level 4 with no war gear on this guy. I'm sure he wanted to get the banner up at some point at the bottom. Would have been really powerful. Mech Boy with battery pack late game. Commander Knob. I'm liking this knife out. That Assassinate is so expensive energy wise though on the Commando, who's already quite energy intensive. But there you have it guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it and I'll see you in game 3.